Hello everyone, back this week with a new dungeon guide. My name is Steve and this is Copperbell Mine. Copperbell Mine is the third dungeon in the main quest line, and as the first two did, we'll be teaching you more mechanics. There are a few different mechanics in this instance and we'll get you thinking about dungeons in more depth. There will be a lot of mobs in small groups, just like the previous dungeons can be brought down easily. Once you beat the first group, you'll come across an elevator that will take you further into the mine. It's a good idea to wait for everyone to get on, otherwise you're going to be with some very salty players. As you delve deeper into the mine, you'll come across fire sands in bags of 6 ounces. These will be needed to progress through the mine. You'll come across a detonator and a blasting zone. Here you'll need to use 12 ounces of fire sand to blast through the walls to reach the next area. You don't want to miss any sands, as there isn't any extra to collect. Continue through the mines until you reach the first boss area. This encounter will start by spawning numerous brigands and the occasional bomb. The number of enemies can look slightly overwhelming, however they have a very small amount of health and can be defeated very easily. Take extra care when dodging the bomb's AoE, as it can kill you instantly. The last mob you need to defeat is Kotos. He may look strong, but as with other mobs in this encounter, he has a fairly small amount of health and there's no real mechanics here, just tank and spank. Venture further into the mine until you come to the next boss area. This boss, the Eorzea, will need a little more thought than previous bosses and has a specific way of defeating him. Attacking him simply won't work. As you will notice, his health will go down very slowly, too slowly to defeat him with DPS alone. Here is what you must do. You'll notice the detonator in the middle of the room. I suggest assigning one of the DPS to the detonator before jumping in. Have the tank pull the boss and then have the DPS in charge of the detonator press it. Pressing the detonator will spawn a bomb into the room. Don't kill him, as the bomb will cast his self-destruct AoE, causing the boss to split into 2 if he's caught in it. The best way to make this happen is to pull the boss and the bomb at the same time to bring them together, then dodge this explosion. Do this twice more, splitting down into 8 pieces and then defeat each piece of him with DPS. A couple of things to bear in mind. This encounter will also spawn brigands, which will try and kill the bomb. These need to be defeated first. Second is the bomb's explosive AoE is instant death for those caught in it, but you should have plenty of time to dodge it. With all this in mind, defeat this guy and press on. There will be more of your usual mobs as you proceed through the mine until you come across this dungeon's end boss, Gygus the Great. This guy will start the encounter by breaking down the boulder on the right. This will spawn a stone servant who will run to the boulder on the left. He will do as Gygus did and break down the wall, releasing more adds. If you have a strong party with good DPS, you can ignore this and bring the boss down quickly enough to not need to worry about the adds. If your group's DPS is a little lower, you can take out the adds to avoid getting overwhelmed. The other thing to keep an eye on is his Colossal Slam AoE, an easy dodge and unneeded damage for the healer to deal with. Other than that, this encounter is fairly straightforward and shouldn't take long for you to bring him down. Well done guys, with Gygus defeated, you have now completed your third dungeon.